guys, it's your girl Glamo Famo, also known as Misha So Bossy, and I am back with an update video about Ari Fletcher and Moneybagg Yo. Y'all have been asking for this video. Well, not y'all, because I know y'all gonna be in the comments like, Trick, I ain't asked you for nothing. But I have gotten some comments that they wanted an update video on, on Moneybagg Yo and Ari. So I did want to come and do this update video because Ari has been spreading her little butterfly wings. She's been spreading her little wings and doing interviews, and she doesn't usually do interviews, so she was in a little hot water with the blogs, and she was canceled, you know, or whatever, because I don't believe in cancel culture. Cancel your mama. But she was canceled because she said some stuff on domestic violence, and the people wasn't feeling it. I think people are very sensitive nowadays. I think people do take a lot of things out of context, and I think her words were taken out of context. It was kind of all in fun. I guess if you've gone through domestic violence, if you're sensitive, it's not all in fun for you. I am a victim of domestic violence myself, so I didn't take it personally. But like I said, if you guys check my last video, you will see that I pretty much have receipts as usual. And I said that Ari was probably the toxic one in the relationship, and she did confirm that she was the toxic one in the relationship. So it's not really off brand with her. So I wasn't surprised by anything she said. I honestly didn't think she meant it with any harm either with what she said. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you can also go reference the Don't Call Me White Girl podcast that she was on, which is hilarious. If y'all don't know, go follow Mona. I didn't follow her because she went viral. I followed her because of the 85 South show. She was hilarious to me. She's funny. She's extremely funny. And I like people who come from like my generation. So I'm not, am I a millennial? I think I'm a millennial because it's something after that, right? But you know, them babies that was born in the 80s, that's us. We kind of still got some of that old school tradition, but then we still also are kind of forced to be in this new school. Like, we want to be wives, but we got to be hoes, because that's the options that's available right now. So, and y'all know what I'm talking about, so please don't come with the synopsis of nobody has to be hoes and know your worth and love yourself, queen. These twists don't tell you that I love myself. I'm just a neo-soho. That's just what it is, okay? But as far as Ari, I want to do an update on them just to see where, at this time, energetically, their romantic life is, or where she stands with Moneybagg Yo. I think in the previous video, I did say that at the time of that video, we were going through the full pandemic, because we still going through a pandemic out here. Wear your mask. I don't care what you believe. Wear your mask, because they getting all of us. Wear your mask, get your vaccine, do whatever you got to do, because everybody's going to be affected. But eventually, we're going to all go through it. And at that point, I was saying that they had a lot of financial things that were an issue. But it was more so him than it was her, because she said she was getting her bag during the pandemic, which I believe. As far as him, though, he's an entertainer, she's a influencer. So I could see how she was still making her bag. Him, he couldn't move around as much. But if you go check out that video, you'll get receipts as to what I was saying. Like I said, she was canceled recently. Rihanna dropped her from being a Fenty ambassador because, you know, Rihanna don't play that stuff. And, yeah, so the girls was on her head top. But as far as now, I just want to do an update on those two and see where they are romantically. I am going to be pulling cards from the Romance Angels deck, the Oracle deck, you know, the ones y'all see all the time. I'm going to be pulling cards from there to see where they are romantically now in their relationship. And then we can pull some clarifiers, and we'll pull them with my playing card deck and also the Rido Tarot deck. So, all right, guys. All right, let's see what we get. Okay. Okay, so the first card we got for where they are romantically, I don't know if you can see it, but it says getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. And love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So, what it looks like is that they may be getting into, you know, where you go from different phases with people. So, where you're like dating and then you're in a full-blown commitment. And even so, in a full-blown commitment, sometimes you're not vulnerable. So one person may be vulnerable or the other may not be, or both people may not be vulnerable, but you may be dealing with each other on a surface level. And from what the cards are saying to me, intuitively, what I'm getting is that there's a lot of work each of them need to do on personally on both of their own sides. So not as a couple, but as individuals. So she did say that, you know, he's actually helped her in growing into becoming more mature. And I think before I did say, I think she may have like a lot of control issues, and she may have like a lot of issues from her past or her childhood or different relationships where she feels like she needs to control the situation because she is used to a certain type of behavior from people or being treated a certain way. And so what the cards are saying to her is that, you know, you need to love yourself first. And, you know, a lot of times I hate like love yourself first cards or self-love and all of this stuff, because a lot of us really do love ourselves. The problem comes in where it's not a problem of loving yourself. You love how you're taught to be loved. So if you were always treated a certain way and you felt that was love, then that's the love you usually are going to accept from people. Once you start to find it's a problem is when, yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that shit. Like some people can handle being in third party relationships, and that's not considered you don't love me. That's just, this is just how things work. This is just how things are for me. Oh, we're in a third party relationship, that's fine. But I want you to put me first. That's their version of self-love. So everybody don't have the same outlook or what they think should happen or what should be going on as far as how they're treated. Now, I will say that the part about self-love can come in where you're accepting things that are not loving, or things that you're accepting some type of abuse. Not necessarily, I say you take it as you're accepting some type of abuse. So if you're starting to feel like you're being emotionally abused, you're being financially abused, you're being physically abused, then that's where self-love comes in at. Not necessarily because I allow you to do some bullshit that I don't love myself. No, I do love myself. But you know, people grow. People are different. So I just that really annoys me, like the self-love thing, because who can tell you if you love yourself or not? They really can't say that. Unless I'm on this MF crying every day, like, oh my God, he's doing this to me and he's treating me like this and this is happening. Like, so a self-love thing to me would be kind of what Summer Walker was going through, how she was on the internet every day complaining about her baby daddy and how he doesn't treat her right, and she was still staying, and then when he would buy her something, then she would go back, and that was like a self-love issue to me. That was like a put yourself first because you don't like how he's treating you. You complaining to everybody about how he's treating you. You're not feeling worthy. You're not feeling good, so you're putting yourself in a position to love someone more than you love yourself. So you need to find some type of self-love within yourself. And then eventually she did, right? But I wouldn't necessarily say that, you know, accepting certain behavior for some people is just, that's not self-love to me. That's just my opinion. But I think that's what it's saying romantically. And so energetically, where it looks like in their cards, where they stand is that they need to do some maybe self-healing or self-evaluation or working on the things in their lives to create a better bond with each other. Because currently it looks like they are currently still together, but also still in the phase of it's been a year or two. I guess they do rich people shit. Like, so that's still not getting to know somebody. Like, getting to know somebody at their core. Like, do you really know? And will we ever really know somebody? Sometimes. Depends. I was having a talk, I'm sorry, I will clarify the cards in 1 second. But I was having a talk with my mother, and when I'm talking to older people, because I'm older myself, so when I'm talking to older women, I like to take the wisdom out of what they're saying. Not necessarily like if you're telling me what I should do in a situation, but I like to take the wisdom out of what you're saying. So she was telling me about a situation that I'm currently in. And she was like, well, I mean, it's been just a year and some months, right? It's only been a year and some months. Like, y'all don't really know each other. And I'm like, yes, we do. I feel like we should be at the point where we know each other. It's been a year and some months. And she's like, well, think about it. I mean, I've been with your daddy over 40-some years now. And it took me a long time to feel like I know him. And then for me to put that in hindsight, to think about like, damn, 40 years is a long time. That's a very long time. So if I'm trying to get to know somebody and know exactly who they are, what they are, you need to know my likes, my dislikes. You need to know all this stuff in 1 year. It doesn't make any sense if you're trying to evolve in a relationship. So that's just me to say that sometimes you got to grow in it. You do have to grow in it, and that's why relationships are hard. And people can say, I've seen like a few people say like relationships shouldn't be hard, friendships shouldn't be hard. They are hard because you have to get to grow to know people. You have to have enough patience. You have to have enough compassion. You have to really want to be involved in that person's life, because things like compatibility aren't necessarily, I do really believe you can grow to love somebody. So, I mean, if you really want that person in your life, you really feel like that person has a purpose for your life, you will get to know them and you will grow to know them. You will try to learn them. You will try to do whatever it is to keep them in your life. If you really want them in your life, or you feel they're supposed to be in your life, you feel they're supposed to be your helpmate, and they're supposed to be teaching you something, right? All right, so let's clarify the getting to know each other card. And I really do like that card. I really hope they are trying to get to know each other, right? Because that's all you really can do if you love somebody. If you truly love somebody. People throw that word around so much. But y'all don't know nothing about love. Y'all know nothing about love until y'all know about loving somebody without attachments. Without putting a condition on how you love them or why you love them, or you don't truly love somebody. That goes for romantic relationships, for familial relationships, for friendships. Yeah. So let's clarify getting to know each other for Moneybagg Yo and Ari Fletcher. Clarify getting to know each other for Moneybagg Yo and Ari Fletcher. So we got the 8 of Clubs. And the 8 of Clubs is a mental power card. It's it focuses on the mind and making plans, and really, like I said, putting an effort to getting to know that person. And it's a more of a mind over heart situation. Taking the emotions out of it and really focusing on what it is that you want, what it is that you want exactly out of the situation, and you need to focus on that. Take the good out of it. So if it's shit you don't like about that person, don't focus on what you don't like, focus on what you do like. More of a mental power, more of a manifestation card. I really like that. More of a I really feel that on a deep level. More of a manifestation card. So manifest the relationship you want. Don't manifest the relationship you don't want. So that's what they have for getting to know each other. Let's clarify let go of control issues. So letting go of control issues. Clarify letting go of control issues for Moneybagg Yo and Ari Fletcher. Clarify letting go of control issues for Moneybagg Yo and Ari Fletcher. Clarify letting go of control issues for Moneybagg. Well, you know what? We'll take that. It fell out. We got the Ace of Diamonds. And the Ace of Diamonds is a desire for love and money. It can be a card of being selfish, being impatient, but it's also a new way of thinking, a new way of approaching a situation, a new cycle. So doing something different to get something different. So with this situation, how I feel is that I feel that Ari has big boss energy. So I feel like with her letting go of some of that and giving him more of a, more of her letting him guide her instead of, you know, how we can be, especially when we women who our bosses. We got our own stuff going on. You know, we can be, you can go. You can take your money. You can go. You can do whatever. I think her letting him be in control more of finances, or being like the man, actually being the man, instead of like always resisting or putting up a fight. I think she's actually trying to do this, and it could be hard, right? That could definitely be hard for somebody, especially somebody making their own money, making their own moves. But it does look like there's a new cycle coming in. There's going to be a new opportunity that presents itself that lets her, that she's not in control of. So she's not going to be able to control a situation, and that is going to be the opportunity for her to actually trust him. And in that, it looks like, depending on what she wants, she will be able to see how he moves, or she'll at least give him a chance to move where she's not feeling like she has to control the situation, or she always has to have her hands on deck, or she always feels like she has to be responsible for it. And that'll be an opportunity for her to let go of control, let him be the man. Because we know he got money, right? But that don't necessarily mean she trusts his judgment, you know. So, to clarify the Love Yourself First card, let's see, Ari. Love Yourself First. What do we get for Love Yourself First, baby girl? Love yourself, baby girl. No, you will. Somebody said that in a rap lyric. Don't remember at this time, but love yourself first, for Moneybagg Yo and Ari Fletcher. And it could be talking to him too. Like, if she's abusive and toxic, it may be a situation you need to let go. But a lot of men don't pay attention to things like that. Like, it's always put on women. So it's always something said that the woman needs to love herself first. Sometimes these men need to love themselves first too, and get out of situations that they know are not for them, if they're not for them. So we do have the Queen of Clubs. And you know, the Queen usually represents somebody. It usually represents a woman. Basically, to me, what this is saying is, basically, to me, what this is saying is, think higher of yourself, boss up, and believe in yourself. Really believe in yourself. Believe, like, you know how some people have this inflated ego, and they really don't believe what they're saying about themselves. Like, yeah, because I'm a boss, bitch, I'm this. But they also have that lack of self-confidence that they can do it by themselves, or that they can make decisions on their own. So I think what this is saying is that she needs to just come into a higher power of spirituality, a higher power of her intuition, trust in herself, trust in what she believes in the situation. If she thinks some shit ain't right, it's not right. Believe in yourself, though. Start trusting in yourself, and that'll give you more confidence within the relationship. So I think that's what that says as far up. And that's also going to, because with this Love Yourself First card, it says your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So once she starts to boss up on I'm sorry, y'all. I'm watching Teen Mom too. I love this show. But once she starts to boss up on a more mature, more grown woman level, like more not acting out of impulse, and start acting out of her higher self, out of her higher spiritual being, out of her high. Once she starts acting out of that, it's going to make the relationship move to a different level. It's going to make him start to look at her like, Because for some reason I keep getting the thought that he looks at her like, even though she's this boss and she's making this money, she's this influencer, he looks at her like a little girl. Even though she's a mom and all, like mentally, like she's a little girl. She's a little immature. And she needs to kind of step into her womanhood, step into her power, step into what she knows, step into, trust herself, trust that everything she's learned will guide her. And so once she starts to get that confidence, I think that is going to be what will be, I just be losing my train of thought. Sorry. Not my train of thought. I can't get the words together. That'll be very good for their relationship. So, I'm going to use the Rider Tarot deck to see what they can expect for the near future in their relationship. What can Moneybagg Yo and Ari Fletcher expect for the near future regarding their relationship? What can Moneybagg Yo and Ari Fletcher expect for the near future regarding their relationship? What can Moneybagg Yo and Ari Fletcher expect for the near future regarding their relationship? Okay, so I have the Queen of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Five of Wands. So with the Queen of Cups, this is somebody who is emotionally vulnerable. They're highly intuitive. They're extremely emotionally invested. This could be a water sign. Not sure if she's a water sign or not. I don't remember. But this, or if he's a water sign. I'm not sure. I think one of them are a water sign though. I don't know. Go check the last video. But someone highly intuitive. Like I said, this is a card of vulnerability. So we go back to getting to know each other. They need to open up to each other. Once she opens up, either on a vulnerable level, once she bosses up to become a queen, because she's definitely in her queen, like she's showing up as a queen in these cards. So I think with this Wheel of Fortune card, it has a lot to do with divine timing. So it is just going to be a cycle that she needs to go into. It's going to be, it's really like things are headed in a positive direction. So she's really trying to learn through this relationship. And it's a karmic type thing too. So what she needs to learn, everything she needs to learn, she's going to learn in divine timing. So she's going to get everything she needs to get from this relationship to move to the next relationship, if that's what it is. Because we do have this five of Wands. Now this is the battle card. This is the fighting card. This is a lot of disagreements, a lot of competition, a lot of chaos, misunderstandings. And it could be that she's fighting against her old self. So like everything she knew, she has to relearn. These could represent actual people, or these could represent the internal battle that you have with yourself when you are trying to fight against divine timing. When you're trying to fight against something that's gonna happen, like it has to move into a new cycle. So the relationship has to move into a new cycle, is what this is showing. Is that it's going to move into a new cycle, but there's going to be this way of thinking that each of them have to develop to move to this new cycle with each other to get better. Because once you move past the 5, you get to the 6, and the 6 is a card of harmony. So once you get to the 6, that's your win card, like you're winning. So once they go through that, they will be good. Ari just needs to focus on herself and focus on not necessarily bossing up financially, because like I said, they don't even really have any financial cards. There's a lot of mental things going on with them. So it's a lot of things that they need to grow up in and probably mature in. So that is the update on Ari and Moneybagg Yo. I definitely wish them the best, and it does look like this situation it's not quite stable, but it does look like she's learning and she's getting there. So Moneybagg Yo, if you like her, if you love her, then you will show her some compassion and some grace. Be patient with her, because she's definitely trying. So she's trying, and I hope that there has been growth from the beginning of the relationship, from the last time that I read on you guys till now. I hope that there has been growth, and I hope there will be continuous growth. Much love, prayers. If y'all like this video, like, subscribe, share. I know it's kind of long because I'm long-winded, and actually for some reason talking about Ari and them, it takes a lot of energy out of me. So y'all, love y'all, thank y'all, bye.